get cracking with Bruno G. We spoke about it yesterday, and look, can I start off with something? I want to start off with something, right? Arsenal fans, you know, deep down, I like you lot a lot. Deep down, yeah. I know we got banter and we hate each other, but deep down, you guys are hilarious. You guys are actually hilarious when it comes to online presence and banter and back and forth. There's no one like an Arsenal fan. Don't try and start a war with the Arsenal fan base online. They run it. They absolutely run it, right? For all the good and bad reasons, but they run it fully. The comment section yesterday, hilarious, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, Gooners, as much as you're annoying, don't change, please don't change. You lot are unique in a weird way. The world wouldn't be the same without Gooners around. I don't mean that all in a good way, but it's a needed way. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, we're going to start off there. Arsenal fans yesterday. Oh, where's Bruno G? Oh, he's landed. Oh, he's on the way. Oh, his car, his plane, flipping out. They were doing all sorts of tracking. Well, we can now confirm from the player himself where he is. There he is. Yeah, he's in Spain. Newcastle's pre-season camp. There it is on his Instagram. He's there. Nothing to see here. So everything before that was a load of rubbish. Now, is the deal happening or not? Well, let's be honest. Yeah, let's be honest. It seems like it's happening. Despite what happened today. And let me be completely real. Right? Let me show you the latest. Here it is. We had Ben Jacobs. Newcastle United have turned down a new formal offer from Arsenal for Bruno Guimaraes as direct talks continue between the clubs. Negotiations remain advanced despite denials, with add-ons under discussion. But on top of that, there also is, from the Times, Newcastle reject Arsenal's £75 million opening offer for Bruno G. Also in today's window watch, Coventry, Mykhailo Mudryk and West Ham are in talks for Manor Solomon. Now, let's talk about this because there's anything below 85 million was never going to do it. Now, except for one little thing. 80 million is close enough. 80 million means there's only a small gap to bridge and it'll be done. Deals never collapse because of 5 mil. You're gonna fix that one way, shape or form, an add-on, a clause, whatever it is, right? It's 5 mil, it's peanuts. 85, 80 is not much of a difference. The player wants Arsenal. This is what I expect it to happen. However, it's an £80 million package. So this £75 million bid that was put in, is that the fixed fee or is that the whole thing? Because the whole thing at 75 is not going to get it done. The whole thing at 80 might get it done. But I'm curious to know what this 75 is. Because apparently that's been rejected. Opening offer. Anything below an 8 is not happening. So I don't understand if this is old news of a bid that was already made, because apparently it was, and that got rejected, that got turned down, but this is a formal offer apparently. I don't know. I genuinely ain't got a clue. Anyway, let's keep reading. This is from ESPN in Brazil, telling us Bruno Guimaraes has been a done deal for Arsenal since the weekend. I know a lot of people are reporting different information, but I trust the people I've spoken to. The key part of the agreement, the £80 million package, has already been agreed. What I heard earlier today is that Newcastle were furious that news of the agreement had leaked. They decided to drag things out a little, not over the money, because that part is completely settled. It's much more about the timing of the announcement. The original plan was to do everything together. There simply wasn't enough time to make that happen. Guimaraes is done, completely done. He is Arsenal's new signing. That is bold. That is really, really bold. That better be the case, you know. It really better be the case. And like I say, I've said this for a while. Since Chelsea were, linked in the shadows with Bruno G, waiting for something to happen. We've just been waiting, And thankfully we've got other targets. But Arsenal were constantly trying to get something done with a 7, 70, 75, 72. So you're wasting your time. The bid was 80. The asking bid was 85. 85 is the asking price. You've got other clubs that are happy to pay it. You need to step up the game. Only until recently, a few days ago, did we start to hit 80 million. Okay. And the leverage that Arsenal have is that Bruno G has always wanted Arsenal. Personal terms were agreed ages ago. Because he wants Arsenal. But Arsenal have been hesitating to hit 80 million up until now. up until now, we legit have just under a month left of the transfer window. Yeah, we've got 2.5 weeks left until the Premier League season begins. Actually, you can make that nearly 3 weeks. Let's just say 3 weeks. You know, so yeah, Arsenal have taken their time unnecessarily, I think, unnecessarily. You know, if you were a bit broke and you're trying to manage finances, then okay, but Arsenal have made astronomical amounts of money last season. There's no excuse not to just go in and get it done. Mate, you're not even close to breaching FFP. You are so far away from an FFP breach, you can't even see the breach. It's so far in the distance, it's a dot to you. Do you know what I mean? So I don't get the hold-up for a player that would absolutely help Arsenal tenfold, especially right now with Declan Rice's condition, and to play alongside Declan Rice too. I think it would be fantastic for him. So that's that. We'll see what's going to happen, but I expect it to be done. 80 million... It's a matter of formalities, surely.
Michael, big breaking news from Brentford. Michael, what can you tell us?
Yes, it's from Brentford. Jordan Henderson has left Brentford after a mutual agreement was reached to terminate his contract. Now, we know that he's very close to joining Chelsea, but we have now confirmation from his current club, Brentford, that his contract has been terminated. And what a great year it has been for Jordan Henderson at Brentford. It was a year ago. Eyebrows were raised when he did join the club. Obviously, load of change. Thomas Frank leaving, Keith Andrews coming in, and what a job Keith Andrews has done there. And it's been a great season, wasn't it, for Jordan Henderson? Of course, he's so highly regarded as a senior figure of even the national team as well, going away with England as well. But he made 34 appearances in all competitions for Brentford during the 25-26 campaign. And he says, I leave Brentford with a lot of gratitude for the opportunity the club gave me and for the support and care shown to me and my family from day one. Coming back to the Premier League was really important for me, and Brentford gave me that chance, and I'll always be thankful for that. And of course, we know as well that Chelsea are very keen in bringing Jordan Henderson to the club, and he's a target that fits the bill, and talks are progressing. Now, we imagine those talks will progress much further now with the news he is no longer a Brentford player.
This isn't happening in isolation. Every club chasing a Newcastle player is watching how this plays out. If Arsenal, with their spending power and continental ambitions, can be told no this firmly, it recalibrates how other suitors approach Newcastle's other prized assets. There's also a psychological angle worth noting. Rejected bids have a way of becoming public leverage. Newcastle now know Arsenal's interest is real, tangible, and financially backed. That knowledge alone can shift how they negotiate any future approach, either hardening their stance further or, paradoxically, opening the door to a structured deal once a release clause-style figure is finally met.